Hey folks, and welcome to another video of mine. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at a demo of Wo Long Fallen Dynasty. Now, this game has been in the news for quite some time, and I've been wanting to get my hands on this for so long. Wo Long. See what I did there? All right, so let's get started. That was a bad joke, but so you do get character creator or creation options where you can basically get into this character that you control. You can change the shape of the face, although I did not see a lot of difference no matter which template I went over to. But hey, I kind of enjoy these character creation sections, especially if you have a lot of variety on offer. Here, I don't think there was a lot of variety on offer, I must say. Okay, so yeah, further going into more skin types, you've got color options. You can have the body skin type as well. Let's get into that. I know we were not here to take a look at male characters in their underwear, but hey, let's make this guy as muscular as he can get. All right, so you do have an option of doing that as well. Okay, the more, the better. Maybe it will help with the combat, but hey, let's do all these changes. You've got an option to change the voice as well. You've got an option to change the hairstyle. So quite a lot. Now I'm taking my time, not a lot of time, but still a little amount of time just to show you what are the options that are going to be available. Now, some of these options may be limited in this demo, but obviously when you get the full version of the game, all of these will be unlocked when you finally purchase the game. I kind of like this hairstyle, and I obviously like the salt and pepper look. So I'm going to go with this. Yeah, I think it looks good. What do you think about it? Let me know in the comment section as well. Alrighty, so we've got a very generic looking Asian male with a very generic looking, but a good looking hairstyle, and a very generic looking costume. Okay. But hey, the good thing is that you do have options here. This kind of reminds me of Elden Ring as well and Sekiro. Oh, by the way, if you don't already know, this game is from Team Ninja. Same looks. Sekiro. I think a lot of people reviewed that game very positively. In fact, it won a lot of awards as well. And I can understand. And I think from the videos that I've seen, Sekiro versus Ghost of Tsushima, I would any day choose Ghost of Tsushima because I'm the kind of player who actually enjoys stories being told, and I'm not into very challenging gameplays. Now, Sekiro did that for players. So with Sekiro, you had the option of very challenging gameplay, Souls-like, or even if you take Elden Ring as an example, very difficult. I made a video on Elden Ring as well as to why I did not like that game. I know some of you may not like this comment of mine, but hey, I think each and every one of us, we are entitled to our opinion. And obviously, I respect the fact that there are players out there who do love Elden Ring. There's definitely a market for games like that. And people who have made it, they have made an excellent game. I don't deny that. The game mechanics are good. It's just that it's not my type. Similarly, you may have people who may not like Ghost of Tsushima because it may not be their type. Now, when it comes to this game, let's get back to Wolong because I've been talking about these other games for so long. Ha, I did it again. All right, Wolong. Now you start with a tutorial, and you need to go through this tutorial because this is a complex game. The gaming dynamics, the action, etc., it's pretty complex. Now you have various weapons that you can choose from for your melee combat. And apart from that, you will also come across a bow and arrow. So for fighting from a distance or from a range, the bow and arrow will definitely come in handy. Now, the animation, etc., they're very smooth, as you can see. I think the character movement animation is also very fluid. And as far as the particle effects go, this game looks good on the Xbox Series S. By the way, if I haven't already mentioned this, if I've forgotten to mention this, I'm playing this on my Xbox Series S, and on the Xbox Series S, it works like a charm. It is smooth. It is really smooth. I think it works at 60 FPS as well, because it kind of feels like 60 FPS. I haven't even checked the specs before playing this game. Hey, Apart from the bow and arrow, apart from the weapons for the melee combat, you can even summon beasts. Like in this case, I've summoned this burning phoenix, or I think it's a phoenix. I'm not sure. Let me know in the comment section. I think it is a phoenix, but you can also summon a dragon. Like, yeah, I kid you not, a dragon. So there are different beasts that you can control who will come to your aid or support if you're in a fix in the heat of the action. So here, as you can see, apart from your weapon use, you also have magic that you can use. Here you're commanding fire as an element, and you can use that to your advantage while you're in the heat of action. Now, after a very lengthy tutorial, I kind of cut parts here because I took my time. But after that lengthy tutorial, you finally get into the game. All right, so this game, first glance, first impressions of how this game looks, it looks good. It looks really good, but it looks very similar to Sekiro from the videos that I've seen. Again, I've not played that game. I want to play that game, but I kind of get discouraged knowing that it's like Souls or it's like Elden Ring or things like that. Oh, there you go. Okay, I made that mistake. Anyways, I think there was a bug there as well. I didn't see that coming. It took time to load. By the way, this is not a finished product. It was a demo. So I did face some bugs while playing it. The game kind of crashed in. It gave me a message a couple of times. Not that I'm worried about it because I'm sure the finished product will not have these issues. Now, you start off by coming across these shrines. I think you can call them shrines, and here you can level up. You can change your weapons, etc. So this is like your skill tree or your level tree, and you can increase or decrease your attack percentages, your defense, etc. How you deflect. There is various options here. Now you can even set your divine beast. Like, for instance, I was talking about a dragon, right? So I think you've got various animals like, is that a cat? Maybe a cat, yeah. So different beasts that you can choose from. Yeah, there's the dragon that I was talking about. A very, very Asian flying dragon. So yeah, let me know what do you think about these beasts. I think I'm gonna go along with the dragon. Yep. Quinlong's Resurrection. Oh, okay, there it is. Quinlong's Resurrection. Okay, so let's go with the dragon. And I think we have said it kind of gives you the percentage of who does what and how they may help you in the battle. So based upon your fighting style, you can choose these divine beasts to go along with you as your support AI bot character. So now that we've got all these things sorted, let's finally jump into the gameplay. The gameplay, it again kind of looks like Sekiro. Looks like Elden Ring as well, kind of. Yeah, it's got this, you could say, this ancient Chinese mythology movies kind of look as well. Now, this game is currently scheduled, by the way, for an early 2023 release. It's going to come out on all the platforms: Windows, PlayStation 4, 5, Xbox One, Series X and S. Now, this project is being led by Team Ninja president Fumihiko Yasuda, definitely Japanese. And there's some great Japanese studios who make excellent Japanese games as well. I've always been fond of Japanese animes and these RPGs that are based off Japanese animes as well. I think they do a very good job, especially with the storytelling aspect. And from what I've read about Sekiro, it's not just the gameplay that kind of gets people in a good way, but it's also the story that they're trying to tell. So here, as you can see, it's your standard, action adventure. I wouldn't exactly call it a role-playing game. I don't know if it falls into that category, but it's very Souls-like. And you have to skill up, you have to level up. And in parts, I did play Shadow of War as well, just for a brief bit. Again, very difficult game, but very intelligent game as well. Now, Shadow of War or Shadow of Mordor, that had something like a Nemesis engine. I think you can find hints of that game here as well, because the moment an enemy takes you down, the enemy becomes smarter. So there are elements, the enemy levels up, you can say. So right now, for instance, you see a small little zero on screen. And that's the level of the enemies as well that you will come across. So the moment an enemy gets you, their level increases. So they become obviously smarter because uh, they've been able to defeat you. They've been able to take you down. So that's there. So you have to move around very carefully in this game because an enemy might come across from any corner, and one mistake means, man, it can be life or death for you. Most cases, death. Because if you make one mistake, if you fail to dodge at the right time, if you fail to parry at the right time, the precision with which you have to press that button, you really have to time it, else you're a goner. It can be a very frustrating thing, but the same frustration can lead to a rewarding experience as well to some, because it's kind of like a time loop, kind of like Groundhog Day, living the same experience over and over again, learning from your mistakes. That's what these games are all about. If you talk about Souls, if you talk about Sekiro, if you talk about Elden Ring, you learn from your mistakes, and you aim to keep on getting better. At least that's what you aim. And in the process, although it may be extremely frustrating to kind of go through the same levels, I mean, because the moment you die, you spawn back at a different place, a place where you've already visited. So you have to run and come all the way here. So that bit I find extremely frustrating because even when I play these very big action RPGs, I enjoy the concept of fast travel. So I used it, I mean, in games like Odyssey, Valhalla, I used it quite a lot to fast travel from one place to the other. But yeah, take a look at it. Look at it. Zero, gone. The person has leveled up now. So the person has defeated you. I kind of skipped that part and I moved over, but I just want to show another example. The character, the enemy is at 4. Now, the moment he defeats me, if you can see the level meter right on top of that enemy, the moment he defeated me, went from 4 to 5. So I'm just at 2 right now. So this is where it's more like you could say Shadow of War or Shadow of Mordor, where the enemies level up, and where it's like Elden Ring or like Sekiro is where you have to do the same thing over and over again and expect kind of a different result. Maybe you have to do different things as well because you have to approach the enemy in a different way. And yeah, there's some animated scenes as well where you take an enemy down when you're finally hitting that final blow. Okay. So I don't know about you. But for me, this game is just not for somebody like me who enjoys story-rich games which tell a very good story, and the difficulty levels are not very high. Now, on this game, I think there's only one set difficulty level. I don't think you can tweak difficulty level in this. I did not find that option anywhere. Maybe I'm wrong, but if you have that information, you can probably post that in the comment section. Again, yeah, I'm sure he's gonna take me down and blah blah blah, bang bang. I'm on level 3 and he's on level 5. Ooh, and gone. Just like that. Just like that. So you can't run away, boy. You've got to face your enemies. You've got to face your, you could say, your worst nightmare. Overcome them one by one. You see what I was talking about? Groundhog Day. Same experience over and over again. But every time you approach this game, I mean, that same area, you're kind of better, you're kind of faster, and you also level up while you take them down. So hopefully I've learned from my mistakes. This time I will not let this bloke get me. I am gonna get him. Let's do a jump and assassinate. Yes, got him. So his life has already been squeezed out, at least a lot of it. And yes, I've got him. And I have leveled up. So I went from level 3 to level 5, as you could see in the small little level meter right above my life source that's showing up on screen. This is a boss, I'm sure, a little tiny little boss, not a main boss. And I'm sure this guy's gonna get me with a few blows. Two, second blow, all right. And I think I'm gonna with the third blow. Let's see if I can use any kind of a... Oh, you can't do that. All right. So in this, unlike a lot of other easy action RPGs where you can just pause and use materials or items from your equipments or from your crate or whatever you want to call it, on this game, you can't do that. The moment you go over to that equipment or your sash, you could say, screen, um, but yeah, the enemies will still be able to get you. So don't try to do that while you're in the heat of the action. The best strategy is to just parry, dodge, block at the right time. There you have it. Gonna. So you can get frustrated, yeah, but what is, I would say, important is the satisfaction that you get after you've defeated the guy. Now, you can change your equipment and armor as well and try again. Maybe, hey, different strokes for different folks. Maybe that will help. Or you can just avoid that character altogether and just move on to another part of the game. But no matter where you go in this game, you're always going to be facing these enemies. So it's a very challenging game at that. And very Souls, Elden Ring like, I think, and very Sekiro like. Although I haven't played Sekiro, but I can say by taking a look at so many videos that I've seen online now. And definitely not like Ghost of Tsushima. Ghost of Tsushima was far, far easier, far easier. Not that the gaming dynamics, the action dynamics, that is, was bad. It is good, but it was just not as challenging as this. I mean, this is extremely challenging, and it can be excruciatingly painful to go through the same level over and over and over again, like an infinite time loop. It just doesn't help when you get taken down by these enemies. All right, so that's it for this video, folks. I think I've spoken enough of Wolong. And let me know in the comment section as to what you think about this video. What do you think about this game? And what are your thoughts? Do you like games like this? Do you like games like Sekiro, like Souls, Elden Ring? Let me know in the comment section. And what did you think about this demo if you've had the chance to play it? Now it's on all consoles. It's also coming out on PC. So do try it out and leave your thoughts, leave your any questions or queries as well in the comment section. I'd be happy to come back to you and answer all your queries and questions. Now, with that said, it's a wrap for this one. And I'll see you lovely folks in my next video. Until that time, I'll say take care, stay safe, and happy gaming, folks. Oh, gone again. May God bless you all.